and time for some paper crafting live. It's Kate Bolt, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the UK. Do excuse me as I adjust my tripod even. Here we go. The light is terrible. Let me just see if I can make that any better for you. Here we go. And, oh no, that gives me much more shadow. Never mind. We will be working with what we have. I did get some more light put in my room yesterday. I think it just needs a little bit of adjustment. Anyway, let me move this cable because that might help too. There we go. Oh, I'll just wait a moment, see if anybody hops on and joins me live. But I've got a really cute, fun project to share with you today. I actually just made it today and I've been working on it and it's just a bit of fun. And I'm quite pleased with myself because I made a box from scratch and I thought I would share it with you guys. And it is to hold a hand sanitizer now. I can't remember where I put it. Which box is it sitting in? Yeah, so we're all carrying these around with us, aren't we? Constantly, all the time, grabbing them out of our bags and purses. This is a little cute one. It's a mango scented one from a shop we have in the UK called The Body Shop. And yeah, it's really cute and it smells really nice. And I thought these would be great to make little gifts to give to people. Morning, Sylvia. Or good evening, good morning. Good morning to you. These would be great for loads of things. So if you've got nurse friends, you could package them up and just hand them out. I thought they were great for little Christmas gifts for kids, for the teacher from kids, for the whole, or for the whole class. You could make them for the whole class. Yeah, I just thought it was fun to package them up so you could. I'm really well, thanks, Wendy. Lovely to have you with me. This would be great to go in a Christmas stocking if you've got different scented ones and you could just dress it up a little. They'd be good for craft fairs. A lot of people make this kind of thing to sell at craft fairs, so it'd be great for that. So let's have a go. Now, I was so excited that I managed to make this box from scratch myself. So let's have a go because maths is not my strong point. It really isn't. So I've cut some pieces up ready. So this is my original box that I made. Hi Mum, lovely of you to join me. We're making a box. This is my original template that I made and it goes upwards. No? Yeah. So it's like it's a vertical. I can't make my words work tonight. It's a vertical box. So yeah, so this is the little box and it opens up like this. You get little tabs inside and you can put your hand sanitizer in just like that. And it goes and it's exactly the right size. Just like so, if I can shut it up. There we go. So that is perfectly sized. Yeah, but I also thought, well, what if I had another brand of hand sanitizer? So I did find this one that I had in my handbag. It's a good old Marks and Spencer's, just a clear hand cleansing gel. That one also works really well and pops inside as well. So you've got a couple of options. Hello, Helen. I'm making cute little hand sanitizer boxes so you could give them to people at Christmas. You could give them to work colleagues. You could put them to the teacher from the children. You could put them in the stocking. You could make them for craft fairs and all that. So yeah, so that's where we're at. And this is my template. So I have started off with, to make my vertical box, I've started off with a piece of cardstock that is 7.5 by 7.5, and I'm working in inches tonight. Okay, I just thought they'd make it very simple and easy, and I've got it in inches. Okay, so I'm going to grab my scorer and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do first. Now, I've written all my little instructions down the side of my grid paper, just as a handy reference. So I'm making two boxes. It's exactly the same box, but one is vertical and one is horizontal. So the vertical box has a piece of cardstock that is 7.5 by 7.5. I'm going to do a little bit of scoring. So I'm going to score it at 1.5 inches. Okay. We're going to score it at 3 inches. Oh, that's my trimmer. I don't need to use that. Sorry, I'm getting distracted because my husband keeps walking around outside the door. We are scoring at 4.5 inches. And then I'm going to move it right over and score it at 6 inches. Hi, Anthony. Lovely of you to join me. So it doesn't really matter that I made a little cut up bottom there because I'm going to be cutting those for my flaps of my box, so that's okay. Happiness. Right, so we're going to rotate it round, and on the other side we are going to score it at 1/2 inch. Let's make sure I'm doing this right. 1/2 inch, yes, that's right. 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch, and then at 2 inches. Okay, and then at 6 inches. I hope I've done this right now. Yes. Okay, and then I'm going to move our trimmer out of the way for now because we don't need it for a little bit. We're going to put that just where we don't want to see it. Right, here we go. So I do apologise for the shadow we've got. We are going to have to do something about the lighting now the nights have drawn in. All right, so I have got my template that I've kept so it makes it easy for you to see, so that we can see the pieces that we're going to cut off and the pieces we're going to keep. Good evening, Philomena. Lovely of you to join me. That's fabulous. How are you? Oh, I know. It happens sometimes, doesn't it? You cut when you want to score. Sometimes I move it right out of the way. Okay, so let's do that like that. I think I've missed off a score line there. Yeah, what was my original? Oh no, there it is. I just haven't folded it. I think I have an extra score line. Yeah, this doesn't make sense. I've been making these all afternoon. You'd think I would have had it right by now. Yeah, this is not 1/2 inch. That's not 1/2 inch there, is it? Let's grab my trimmer back. It will be fine. Grab my... Now, I don't know about you, but when I'm working things out, I write it all down. Here we go. So 1/2 inch, 2 inches and 6 inches. Oh, did I do it at 1/2 inch? That looks like an inch to me. Yes, so I did it the wrong bit. Okay, let's do that. Does not matter. We're going to cover it up anyway. So all will be well. 1/2 inch. And we did score 2 inches. Yeah, so I scored it at 1 inch instead of 1/2 inch. Okay, all will be well now. So that's the score line here. Okay. There we go. And now you can see how it's going to work and what the bits are that we're going to cut away. Now, where did I put my pencil? Here it is. So I'm gonna kind of scribble out the bits that we don't want at all. So we don't want this panel, and we don't want, let's bring it down, you can see it. We don't want any of this panel either. Okay, and then there's a corner here that we don't want any of. Okay, I'm going to leave these two as they are just for now, so you can see how it's done. Okay, so we're going to cut these off, and you can see the score lines. So I'm going to cut the bottom right up to that vertical line. Just chop it out, so you get rid of that corner there. And then we are going to cut this one out here, like so. It's actually really easy, and once you've made a couple, you're away. So that little line that I cut instead of scored, we need to cut that anyway. So happy days. There we are. Cut this one off here. Oh, the biggest pair of scissors in the world, I think. Right, get rid of those bits in the bin. So we can see where we're going now. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is cut up these along here and down here. Okay, so let's just cut along the bottom, just up to that first horizontal score line. We're going to go up with our scissors like that, and then we've got one on the other side. There we go. Okay. All right, so if we have another look at our template, we know, hang on, make sure that's right, we know that this one we're going to keep. I've written keep on that one. These two I want to have half. So I'm going to get my trimmer back out. Bring it back in. Very simple to do this. I'm going to put this one out of the way because this is the one we want to keep. Okay. And now I know that this from here to here is 2 inches and I want to cut it in half. So I'm going to cut it at 1 inch. So where this 1 inch line is, I'm just going to bring it up and butt it up all the way down. Keep that one out of the way and just chop through it like that. Okay, now we have got the makings of our box, as you can see. I hope that makes sense. Hello, Helen. I can't see all the comments tonight. I don't know why. I don't know. Ah, there we go. Good evening, morning, late from New Zealand. Good morning or evening. Okay, so here we go. Right, the other thing I have got out is my trusty old, very old corner rounder. If you have got one of these, definitely use it. I think it makes it a lot easier and a lot nicer for your project. If you haven't, you don't need to have one. It's just a nice added extra. Stampin' Up! Don't do these anymore. I wish they did. I'm sure they'll bring them back one day, but you can get them from other brands. Okay, so I'm just going to corner round this piece. This is going to be the lid of our box. This bit with keep on, that's the lid of our box. Okay, so this is the top, and these 2 bits are going to be the tabs. So I am going that kind of fold up when you close the box. So here we go. I'm going to corner round those just for the fun of it. I think it makes it look nicer, and I think it will help to close the box. If I can get it to go on. Actually, if I turn it round, that way, there we are. Yeah, it's all stuck in it. There we go. So we've got our rounded top and our rounded everything now. Happy days. Okay, so it looks right. So let's move the template out of the way. Now, the next thing that we can do is get the things that we need to decorate our box, because it's a lot easier to stick our pieces of designer series paper on whilst it's flat than it is when it's assembled. So I've just picked up some of this. This is the Whimsical Trees paper, because I thought it would make a lovely little Christmas gift. So I've got this pretty one with the metallic snowflakes on in Blushing Bride. You can choose anything you've got that you like. And for this box, I need 4 pieces of designer series paper measuring 3 3/4 inches by 1 1/4 inches. So you need 4 of those. And then you need 1, which is 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. Isn't it beautiful? So I'm going to use that. I'm going to stick those on. Just use my Tombow. This is going to be so fun. I was so pleased with myself. I think I can see myself making a ton of these. Oh, it's not stuck on very well. Good old Tombow. You can move it around a little bit. Don't need too much though. So stick those on. Oh, who's pleased it's Friday? It seems to have been a long week. Is that just me? Now, one of these you don't need to put a piece on. So we've made the box this way. And the reason we've made it this way is because this piece, I am proud of myself, Wendy. I'm so proud of myself. I managed to do it. So this piece is going to be glued together to make our box like that. So you don't need a piece of designer series paper on this short piece. And it does, I have designed it so that it goes around the back, so your seam is at the back of your box. Okay, so this is the actual back of your box, this piece with the long lid on, and we're going to put the last piece on there. So you've got some on the back And you've got some on the sides and some on the front. And this is where we're going to stick our box together now. Really easy way to stick a box together is to do it when it's flat. So I'm going to flatten it out. I'm going to put my Tombow on this bit that's got no paper on it. I'm just going to fold it over, fold it flat, and hold it for a few seconds just so that it can take and the glue can dry. And then you've got the makings of your box. Look at the state of my hands. They're covered in glue. I've got a wipe because I'm going to stick to everything. Okay, here we go. Right, now is the fun part to put glue the bottom of your box. That's what I'm trying to say. So this is the front. So you want that bit to be left out and you want to tuck these in. So I'm going to tuck that one and that one. I'm going to put a little bit of glue. I'm going to glue it together. And then I'm going to glue this front bit backwards. That front bit's going to go that way. So it goes with a nice seam on the front of your box. And all the joins are together. Thanks, Anthony. It's I think that's the colours that are in the DSP. I think I took inspiration from. Yeah, so pretty. So you can see where these are rounded and shorter, and it makes it a lot easier to close your box like so. Now we're going to put some more designer series paper on the top. Could have done that when it was flat. It would have been a bit easier. There we go. Right, just pop it on. And you can see where we made that little score line, or I made that little score line at the beginning in the wrong place. It's all covered up now by the designer series paper, so no matter. Okay, so we can pop our hand gel in there. We know it fits, and we can do it up, and then we're just going to decorate it. Me too, Wendy. I'd used all mine before I realised it's gone out of stock. It is due to come back in shortly, I believe. So do I. I believe our Christmas Designer Series papers are a winner, aren't they? So look at that. I mean, that is just so seamless, isn't it? So we're going to decorate it now. Now, decorate your box with whatever you've got. Whatever dies, stamps, punches, or anything else you've got that you like. Now, I have fallen in love with the stitched snowflake dies this year. And they are these. Aren't they beautiful? And so you can see that they kind of emboss and cut, and they fit around each other, and they layer, and they also fit around the stamp set that goes with it, the Merry Snowflakes. So I have cut some out already, just Blue Peter style, so that I could get it all ready. If I can find what I did with them. Where are you? That's weird. Right, whilst I'm looking for that, these are the ones that I cut out just to see how the dies work, but look how beautiful they are. And then I've got to find the ones I've cut out for this project. Oh, there they are. But you can see they actually emboss here and cut out, so you can make a border down your card. And then you have all these beautiful snowflakes. These would make great stocking stuffers, definitely. But look at all these, and they layer, and you can stamp on them. So pretty. So that's those dies, and I've found the ones that I die cut. They were just there the whole time. So that's the front of my box. Make sure I know which is the front. I'm going to stick my snowflakes on. So how beautiful is that? Now I use some of our metallics. We've got big packs of gorgeous brushed metallic cardstock. So beautiful. So I've just cut one out in a little piece of that. And then I've got one in the matching Blushing Bride. And then I've got one in white. I'm just going to layer those together. Now, this is going to be interesting because that foil paper is shiny. So it takes a little bit of a minute for it to dry and to stick hard. So let's pop that one on there. So pretty. Gorgeous. Oh, isn't it beautiful? and a bit of this one, like so. There we go. So that's going to lay there. Let's let that dry just a second. And while I let it dry, I've got this tag die. You can use whatever you have, but I've got this tag die, and this is part of the, oh, there's another die set that I have up. This is part of these beautiful pillow box dies. Now, I have been playing with this. Absolutely love it because it makes the pillow boxes. Absolutely makes it all for you. You don't have to do anything. And look at this long one. Look at these. And it has this beautiful little tag die. So I've used that for here. And I thought that would be perfect for this. It's just the right size. So I've cut a couple of those out already. And I've got my linen thread. I have grabbed a couple of stamps. I've got a to and from stamp. That's from the Delivering Cheer stamp set. So useful. Right, so I think we'll stamp it in mint macaron. But really the decoration is just completely up to you. Two. Oh, I really didn't do a very good job of that. Let's do that again. I have a spare, so that's good. I think my ink pad is super juicy. Let's just stamp it off and see. Yeah, needs a clean. Right, let's go again. Two, yes. And from. Yes. I love it when it happens, when it works. Okay, so we've got our to and from on our tag. We've got a little bit of the linen thread. I'm just going to pop some of that through there. And we're going to pop it on our project. Just tie a little knot in it. We're going to make another box in a minute for the same product. But it's going to be a different orientation. I'm going to show you how you can change it to something else. Okay, so I'm going to pop that on here so it matches. How cute is that? And I'm going to put our little snowflakes on the top. So, ooh. Glue dots, where are you? Here you are. Right, I'm just going to stick a glue dot on the back of there. And I am going to stick a glue dot on here. Like so. This one is going to stick on there like that. Love a glue dot. And this is going to stick over the top. And there you got it. To, from, and you have your beautiful little hand sanitizer box that you can still open and you can still get your hand sanitizer out. So cute, isn't it? And so easy. Yes, I'm very pleased with that box. I'm going to show you how to make a slightly different one. Thanks, Wendy. I hope you like it. Have fun with it. Have fun with it. Right. Okay, we're going to make a slightly different one, which is what I had intended to do. Thanks, Philomena. I'd intended to make a horizontal box when I first started. So I thought I wanted to go back and see if I could, and I did. So I've got some of the Heartwarming Hugs Designer Series paper. I've got some scraps there. And I've got a piece of cardstock in Mossy Meadow to go with that paper. So my cardstock is slightly different this time. It is 7 by 7.5. So ½ an inch different on one side. So you can see down here possibly my measurements. Right, so 7.5. If I bring my arm out. So that is 7, and that is 7.5. Okay, so with the longer part, at the top, we're going to do our scoring, and we're going to score again at 1.5. One and a half, that's right. 3. So we don't need that little half-inch one on this one. 4.5. And 6. What if I bring this up? It might help. That would be better. Let's try that. 6. Okay. And then we're going to turn it the other way around, and we're going to score it at 1.5 and 5.5. 5.5. 1.5 and 5.5. Okay. So that's all of that. Now, we do need some designer series paper to go on there. So I've picked out a piece from the Heartwarming Hugs in this lovely real red and mossy meadow. So I just picked a piece that I liked. And I need a piece that's 3 3/4 by 1 1/4. And I need 3 of those. So here we go. 1 1/4. 1. 2, 3. Yeah, they should all be the same size. And then we need 2 pieces that are 1 1/4 square. So 1 1/4. Let's take that piece away. By 1 1/4. Right, those are our end pieces. Right, those are all the bits cut out and scored and done and all of that. So let's see if we can make this box and remember how I made it. Now I've kind of got half of my kind of net that I made to work it out from here. Okay, so this makes sense. Let's just fold these score lines. You can use your bone folder if you want to. And that will make it easier for you to see what I'm working with. Okay, so we've got the long bits here, like so. Okay, right, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up those fold lines. You can tell it's Friday. You really can. I'm going to cut up all of the fold lines. This is just like making a simple box. Okay. All right. We are there. Okay, so we've got all our folded bits. And this is how our box comes together. So the bottom is like this. If I can remember how I made it. Yeah, that bit's going to go in there. This bit's going to go in there like that. So you've got kind of 3 tabs on this side. Like so. Okay. That's not a bad fit. Right, so we're going to start by putting some glue on these flaps here. Always want to make a box, try to do the base first, because then you can get the lid to fit around it rather than the other way around. So make sure your joins are nice and secure and nice and flush. There we go. I'm gonna have fun with this one. That's that one. And this is going to come in as well. So glue on this side, glue on the opposite one, and just pop those in. so that they're both in. Make sure that's nice and straight there and on the other side. There we go. There we are. So that's the base. Alfie's already asleep behind me. He had such a long walk this morning. I think I tired him out. He's a funny one. Okay, so now this is the fun part. We're going to do the lid. Right, on these two bits here, we're going to put a little bit of glue. Here and here. All right, and then we are going to pop it down the side. And bend it, that's it. Pop it down the side. I'm going to put that, and then we're going to bring the top on to match. Okay, I just stuck my fingers in the glue, but you know. There we go. So I've done it around the box so that we know it will fit. So I've glued it whilst it's around the box. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so here we have our box, our little box. And we can put our hand sanitizer in it. Where did I put it? Which one is it in? It's in this one. Oh, that's the Marks and Spencer's one. That one will fit as well. But I want to play with this one. Yeah, because I made it to fit it. I'm so pleased with myself. Little things please little minds, don't they? Okay, now I have got, ooh, if I can find it, I did have it a second ago. Little hole punch. Did I put it back away? I might have done. I'm good at that. Let's try this one. This is a 3/4 inch hole punch. I'm sure I've got the 1/2 inch out somewhere. We don't stock the hole punch anymore. So use a little die or use a hole punch if you've got one. Just half of it, not even half of it, maybe a quarter of it. Just eyeball the middle and just slide about a quarter of it in and do that. And that gives you a little thumb hold so that you can open your box a little bit more easily. I think I should have done that after I stuck the designer series paper on, but hey ho. So here we go. We're going to decorate it now. I think I might have to shut my door. My husband's singing. Which I'm very glad he's singing, but I'm not sure if you're glad he's singing. So when I'll have to re-punch that hole. That's funny. I should have punched the hole before you see what I mean? Before I stuck it on. I didn't make a practice one of these. I just made a net, if you know what I mean. There we go. I think it works really well. So that's going to go on there. And then once that's dried, I am going to punch it. I think he's realised. Okay, so that's that. I just need to put the ends on. This is so cute. I made a box like this once for tea lights. And I've made that and reproduced it quite a few times, but it was a different size. But it was the same, I realise now it was the same kind of design. Very simple. I will come back and look at your comments afterwards. I can't, they're coming and going. So I do apologise if I miss any, I'll go back. There we are. Oh, I'm glad you think it's cute. I like it. It's cute, isn't it? I like this one better than the other one, funnily enough. And this one is a simpler one to make. So win-win, I say. So then I thought, well, we need to decorate this one too, don't we? So I thought we would take this punch here, because I thought, you know, we're always using dies. Let's go for punches. So I've got the sprig punch. I'm so covered in glue now. Oh, my punches are hidden. Here they are. So I've got this sprig punch. I love this punch and I don't use it enough. So I've punched out a couple in Mossy Meadow. I've punched out one of those in that lovely brushed metallics, which I have here actually. You can see all the different colours. There's rather a lot of different ones in there. So let's grab a scrap. You can see what I've been using. Let's punch another one out. Whoa, perfect for Christmas. They're so pretty. And because they're different colours, I think you get copper gold. I'm not sure what the other colour is, but you get different ones. So, you know, it's really a versatile set. Okay, so a set of papers. So, right. Okay, so now I've got a little scrap of Whisper White. Now I've cut this to a particular length, and it is 3/4 of an inch by 4 inches. And the reason I cut it that length or that width is because I want it to go into this lovely pick a label punch. I'm going to use all the stuff tonight. So the 3/4 inch fits in that middle channel. And the bigger the piece of card or paper you have, the different effect you get on the top of your punched shape. But I tend to turn mine around and then I can really make sure it's centered before I punch it. So I got 1. 2. Okay. Now I have got the real red. Sorry about my arm. I've got the real red ink, and I have picked out this beautiful Merry Christmas stamp, and it comes from the Christmas to Remember stamp set, and it's got this beautiful font on it. I really like that. So we're using that one for this one. I just went through my stash and picked out all the fun things I like to decorate these boxes with. You don't need to own all of these things, just to find a sentiment that says Happy Christmas or Season's Greetings, anything you've got. You don't need to have the punch. You could use a rectangle, but it's beautiful. Right, I'm going to stamp Merry Christmas on it and hope it stamps. Oh yeah, look at that. Happy days. Merry Christmas. It's nearly here, guys. So that's going on here. I need a couple of sticky foam pads, I think. For the hat. Oh. But I think I'm only going to use one at either end. And then maybe one in the middle. Because I'm going to put my little sprigs in there. So sweet, isn't it? So we can pop these in and make it nice, however you want it to look, and then we can glue them in after. But you can see that it's all gold and shiny. If you want to, you can cut these sprigs in half. That works really well, and then you can kind of place them where you want them to go. Ooh, come out. Put that one in there because there's something going on with that when I've punched it. I didn't do a very good job. So let's stick it in here. Oh, I want to sing now. I don't think it'd be a good idea singing Christmas carols, do you, in the middle of October? Okay, here we go. Okay, so there we have it. I'm just going to glue those in now I know where I want them to go. Words won't work today. Oh, so Friday evenings, I expect, are busy for most of us, aren't they? It's the end of the week. We're all getting stuff done, or sometimes you're going somewhere for the weekend. And oh no, honestly, you don't want to hear me sing. And I have struggled to do a Friday evening live these past few weeks. taking children to university and all these other things that need doing. So I think it may be changing back to a Thursday, which I did originally used to do. And I think I could definitely be a lot more consistent becoming live on a Thursday. So unless there's something to stop me, I think I will be coming to you next week on Thursday evening. If you can't join me, I do apologise for the change, but you can watch it on replay if you like. Oh, it's a lazy Saturday morning there. How lovely. Oh, please don't make me sing. It's the most wonderful time of the year, Wendy. Honestly, I agree. We'll all be singing away. And then I'll be done for copyright. Oh, no, I won't, because nobody will recognise what it is if I sing it. Oh, I'm covered in glue again. There. Let's let that glue dry. It dries clear, so that's a good thing. There we go. Merry Christmas. I am gluey. There we go. Okay, so we have two little boxes that hold a hand sanitizer that you can gift, and they fit exactly in there with no problem whatsoever. So that is the one we made. We also made this one with the snowflakes on, and the M&S one fits in them as well. I think the M&S fits in this vertical one a little better than in this horizontal one. And then I made one earlier using the gingerbread, peppermint gingerbread, the gingerbread papers, using that same tag with some of our ruched real red ribbon and real red cardstock. So yeah, that's our little offering for you for tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it. You might be inspired to have a go. And yeah, I just think hand sanitizers, we all need them. We're all using them. Let's dress them up. Oh, thank you so much for joining me tonight, guys. I really appreciate it. If you're watching me live, thank you so much. If you're watching me on replay, do let me know you're watching on replay. It's lovely to know when you're watching. And if you like the project or if you fancy having a go, I'd love to know all about that. So leave me a comment. Thank you. Have a great weekend, everybody. If you're watching me later on, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, because that really helps me. And if you like any of the goodies that I've used tonight, they're all available from Stampin' Up! In my online shop over at katebolt.stampinup.net or at Inkstampshare.ink, which is my website. I am taking part in Blogtober at the moment, blogging every single day of the month. So fingers crossed I can keep going. My blog is over on my website. So if you'd like some inspiration, do have a look. Have a great weekend. Thanks for joining me. Take care. Bye-bye.